can't even begin to imagine. You know, these bodies are incredible. You ever wonder what role your immune system plays? It doesn't just keep you from catching something. You know, our bodies contain bacteria all by themselves. You wouldn't catch nothing. You already got it. You already got it. And but for your immune system, it will get out of control and take you out. But God has a way of keeping everything under control, doesn't He? So that the bacteria that would harm me actually blesses me and helps me to sustain this body in spite of everything that is harmful that is within it. So God is just blessing us in ways that we can't even begin to imagine. How He keeps your body regulated. You know why? Because God got everything under control. There's nothing out of control when it comes to God. So I've just learned to just raise a hand and say, thank you, Jesus. For those ways in which He blesses me that I can't even begin to number. God is so much more than just giving you a heartbeat and a breath of air. He's so much more than waking you up in the morning and starting you on your way. God is so much more. He's beyond what you can even imagine or think that He's doing in your life. God is working in ways that truthfully would blow your mind if He would give you a glimpse of it. So I just thank God every day. Even in ways that I know I can't even begin to imagine. I thank Him. It's not because I'm the most faithful. That ain't it. It's not because we're the best and the brightest. That ain't it. So you see, God just blesses us and keeps us in spite of all that we have become. Amen. None of us can make it a 24-hour period, it's called a day, and not sin against God. True. And yet He doesn't cast you in hell. He, according to His own word, He could destroy it. And would be absolutely sovereign and right in doing it. Yes, sir. Amen. It's not because I'm saved, you know. If you ever take the time to read the book of Lamentations, you'll see there's something in there that God does that we don't even know. God teaches us in Lamentations 3 that He renews His mercies towards you every day. That means that every day God withholds from you everything that would destroy you. God is good. So I thank the Lord even in the days when I don't thank Him and I find myself being amiss. God is good. I talk like this because I've now lived long enough to appreciate my God. Even when I wasn't faithful to God, even when I wasn't even saved, God was blessing. God was sustaining and God was protecting. So I thank God even in my disobedience when I didn't know Him for myself. And yet He kept me. It's like a mom and a dad. When you are not on your best behavior, they don't throw you out. They somehow keep on loving you. And as a child, you can't even understand it. So I just bless God this morning for you, and I thank God for Jesus. I thank God for this choir, this song. Every song that you sing is a witness to what God gave me. I don't hear those songs when I'm by myself and God is speaking to my heart a word for His people. But you see, there's how many gods? One God. And He only has one message and one praise. And He calls it all to align itself. And when we come, we need to come with a mind to receive the praises of God. Because God said, I got a word just for you. We're going to just read two verses out of Isaiah chapter 43, two apiece. And as you turn to that, let me give you the background of it. We know Isaiah is a prophet. And this book of Isaiah is contained in a section of the Bible that we call a major prophet. Not because what Isaiah had to say was so much more important than what Jonah had to say, or Nahum had to say, or Habakkuk had to say, which were numbered as minor prophets. But he's a major prophet only because his book was so long. It had 66 chapters in it. And that doesn't mean that what was said in one chapter was of no importance, and this man who speaks 66 chapters had lots of it. That ain't it. Because all scripture comes from God. And when God speaks, everything's important.
Yes, it is.
Everything is important when God speaks. And we try to latch on to every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of the Father, whether it's in one chapter or 66 chapters. Isaiah was prophesying to Israel and to Judah at this time, because Israel ultimately would go into captivity, but they hadn't gone into captivity yet. So God was still trying to speak a word to them that prayerfully they would turn from their wicked ways and would never see punishment. But we all know they did not. And then he continues to speak to Judah in hope that they won't follow the example of their brother. But we all know the end of that story. Monkey see, monkey do. So just as Israel would ultimately go into captivity, so would Judah. I don't know about you, sometimes doesn't it appear that God has forgotten his promises to you? Don't you feel like when the days are dark and God promised you that he would give you a new day and a ray of sunshine, but you didn't see it today? Because it was cloudy all day. Some days you had storm clouds forming. This morning I was looking at the news. I like looking at the news. It comes on at 6 o'clock on Sunday mornings. I like looking at it. And as they were giving the weather forecast, they were showing that some weather was on its way here. Now, you couldn't see it. It was out over Interstate 81. So those clouds had already formed. And they said, and they're coming this old way. Amen. So you may not see the storm coming, but it's out there. And it's coming your way. And this is what Isaiah is doing. He's telling them that the storm clouds have formed. And except you consider your ways, that front is going to make it. It's going to reach here. And of course, we know it brings devastation and destruction. But even in the midst of this prophecy, God, when he gets to chapter 43, reminds them that I gave you a promise. I gave you a promise. And that promise, Paul said it this way, I am with you. That promise is what y'all sang about. Jesus will. He'll fight your battle. And you don't have to wait for your hair to be great. He'll fight your battle at middle school. Yeah. Oh, yes, he will. That's what you say. Unless you didn't believe what you say. But I suspect you believe that God will even be God in middle school. In the high school building. Because you have your own battles to fight every day. And I know that. Huh? Amen. It's a struggle for you too. Ain't no picnic. Nobody gets out of this life for free.
Right. All right.
Oh, yes, he will, you say. And so he says to Israel, even though this prophecy sits out against you, just remember, but now doth saith the Lord that created thee. That's how he knows you. He created you, O Jacob, and he that formed thee, O Israel. That's the two nations. That's your northern kingdom and your southern kingdom. He's calling them out by their designations at that point. Fear not. Oh, I know the storm clouds are coming, but fear not, for I have redeemed thee.
Thank you.
I have called thee by thy name. Thou art mine. No matter what you think, I don't care what the day looks like, you are God's property. And he reminds them, he says, just as you pass through the water, some think the references to the Red Sea, some say he may be referring to the Jordan River. He said, but when thou passes through the waters, I will be with thee. See, water is wrath. As you pass through this life, I am with thee, and through the rivers, they shall not overflow thee. He didn't say you wouldn't get wet. He said, but you won't be overwhelmed. When thou walkest through the fire, thou shalt not be burned. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Neither shall the flame kindle upon thee. Why? He gives them an answer. How is it that all of this won't happen to me? For I am the Lord thy God, the Holy One of Israel, thy Savior. These are the words of the Lord.
Amen. Amen.
He'll fight your battle. Oh, yes, he will. Yes, he will. God's got a way. You see, because one of the things that I have discovered, that some things don't change, no matter how much we think they do. Some people say the more things change, take more, they remain the same. I know some people say, I don't believe that because this is now and that was then. Okay. This world changes so much that it always looks the same, even though it changes. You see, no matter how much this world changes, no matter how much comes against you, God's got it in control. Nothing happens outside of God's will. And God wants to remind us today that no matter what happens in your life, God's got your back. God's got your back. I'm with thee, he said. I'm with you. I got this. But what I have discovered, I'm talking about my observation, so you don't have to agree or disagree with it. We spend too much time agreeing and disagreeing with what is preached rather than listening to it. I don't need you to agree or disagree. Just accept it as a data point. But I have found, not all, but that many believers in Jesus Christ spend a lot of time worrying about nothing.
Well,
I didn't say they weren't worried. I said about nothing.
well,
We worry about this, and we worry about that. And after we have done all that worrying, we worry some more. Songwriter, I think it was James Cleveland said, I find them, no, not James, but the writer said, I find Christians complaining too. We know the world complains, he said, but the tragic thing is that as a result of worry, I'm telling you, now we have other words for it today. We might use the word stress. People suffer heart attacks because they worry. People suffer strokes. Worry will affect your health.
Amen.
Some people worry so much we call them worry warts. And for the ones that are not worry warts, the others have become nervous wrecks. I'm talking about the state of the church. And Isaiah was talking to God's people who no longer stand on the promises of God. Why do we do all this worry? Because all we do is worry. We worry so much that even when we come and assemble on Sundays, we can't enjoy worship because of worry.
well,
Folks sit here right now worried about the rest of the day and how they're going to take care of those things that they feel like need to be taken care of. They're already worried. They're worried about it. And I'm not trying to make light of your worry. I'm not trying to make light of your concern. But I'm saying you don't have to worry.
All right.
Not if you call on the name of Jesus.
Yes.
My pastor taught me, I can't tell you how many times Reverend Ray said it from this pulpit. He said, if you're going to pray, somebody finish the sentence. What did he say? So you don't know, so those are not my words. Because you know what he said. He said, if you're going to pray, don't worry. He said, but if you're going to worry, don't pray. Because worry invalidates your prayer. He said, you can't do both now. You can't worry and pray. So when we come, we are to have cast all of our cares, all of the things that cause us to worry upon him. He said, because he cares for us. No matter what problems we face in this life. Listen to me today. I hope if you never listened to a sermon before, you listen today, because I'm going to help you to stop worrying. No matter what the problem is that you face today, tomorrow, or next week, next month, next year, you have a God that is bigger than your problem. We've got to stop telling God in prayer about our problem and start telling our problem about our God. See, I need to speak to the problem. You don't know my God. But we tell God, you don't know my problem. So the problem is sitting there bulking up. Huh? Because you've already given the problem power over you. You've already decided this is a big one. And then what Fred Samuel said, this is the big one. This is the big one. What he should have told the big one was, my God is able. My God. I don't know about the problems. And I don't care what your problem is. Our God is more than able to meet you at the point of your need. I'm telling you. Now, you don't have to accept that. You can go out here and worry yourself to death if you need to. So I'm not taking anything from you that you don't want to release yourself. So you got to want to release your problem. I can't take it. We're not going to stand here and have a tug of war over your problem. I'm going to let you walk out of your bent over as much as you want to. But I'm going to be like Muhammad Ali. I'm going to float like a butterfly. How can he manage to walk and not get the soles of his shoes dirty? Because he walks on his problems. The problem doesn't walk all over.
All right, make it plain, Pastor.
So it's your choice. It's your choice. You can worry. But worry adds nothing to the solution. Except some wrinkles to your face. That's what it does for you. And then you got to go down and start spending money trying to get the crow's feet. Trying to get the Chinese eyes, you know? Huh? Trying to go get you a facelift to pull all that worry out of your face. So you can fool people to think that you are worry-free. Amen. But let me tell you, if right now you find yourself in the midst of trouble, right now, I ain't talking about tomorrow. If today you are in the midst of problems, right now, if you are in the midst of situations and circumstances, then this message is for you.
All right, amen.
If you got mess going on in your life, right now, I'm talking to you. See, I'm like Jesus. I don't come to talk to a man that is whole. I come to talk to a man with problems.
All right.
I came to speak to people who are sick. I didn't come to heal the well man. That's Jesus. Jesus said, I didn't come for the righteous. I came for the sinner. Because I can do you some good today if you got some problems. But if you're problem free, then you don't need me. You don't need me. You don't need me at all. But if you got something going on in your life, ooh, help me, Jesus, then I got something for you. I got a message. Because let me tell you, breaking news, I don't care how long you've been in Christ Jesus. I don't care the fact that you are a baptized, born again, full, sanctified, full of the Holy Ghost, believing in Jesus Christ. Problems are coming your way. You are not exempt from anything. If God is willing, you're going to get wet if it rains. Because the raindrops don't discern. They don't discriminate. Oh, he's saved. Oh, he ain't saved. See, if you're unsaved, buy an umbrella. If I'm saved, I walk between the drops, right? okey doke when I joined the army. First thing they told me, it don't rain in the army, and I believed it. Until I went out there and got wet. They said it rains only in the army. Well, I wish you would have told me so. So I'm trying to tell you that if you're born again, don't fool yourself. As though being born again exempts you. Don't think that being born again exempts you from difficult times and messed up moments.
Amen.
Just because you're moving and operating in God's will doesn't mean that the enemy is not going to take you on. Job declared this, and God's word is true. He said, man born of a woman, from mankind, has but a few days, and they're full of trouble. Huh? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Trouble sits out there. For all of us. For all of us. So see, I'm not worried about the fact that trouble sits out there. It's how you respond. That's the difference. As a believer in Jesus Christ, we're not supposed to respond to trouble the way that an unbeliever responds to trouble. We don't deny situations and circumstances, ups and downs, frustrations and worries and doubts. We don't walk in ignorance and pretend that every day is a holiday. But it's how you respond to the news that trouble is on the way.
Yes, sir.
That's when you get your best song out. Trouble don't last always. You can already start proclaiming victory. Trouble don't last always. See, you already getting your groove on. I wish I could do that. I don't know how to do that. I wish I could. And be unhappy. It's impossible. Then he stopped following upright. But it's good to know that not if trouble, when trouble comes. See, I'm consistent with the word of God. Because Job said full of trouble. So I'm not going to stand here and tell you that you're not going to have some troubles in your life.